Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for this invitation to address the conference. I'm afraid I cannot attend in person, but I do want to share a few thoughts with you on the important business you are addressing today. And my message is simple but vital. Today, you will discuss three issues: climate change, energy, biodiversity. Your challenge today and our challenge together is the following. It is to constantly reinforce the connection between these three elements. Your conference comes at a key moment. 2015 was a year of great progress. The success of COP21 and the adoption of the SDGs are twin turbines of change, but only if we get the blades to turn. That will take political courage and commitment. To get there, we need an integrated approach. Energy can drive climate change. Climate change drives biodiversity loss. The interconnections are clear. But we can fight back by using those connections. Switches in energy use can slow climate change. Protecting biodiversity can limit the impact. When we protect our biodiversity and keep forests and peatlands in good health, it keeps emissions down. When we restore floodplains, we aren't just protecting habitat for plants and animals. We are protecting ourselves, our towns and our villages. We increase the resilience of our ecosystems and protect a sustainable way of life. Protecting biodiversity can deliver multiple wins. We see this too in cities, where green roofs and urban parks can reduce the effects of heat waves. They also regulate heating in buildings, and this cuts down on energy use. Green infrastructure makes space for nature, and that also means more recreational spaces for our citizens. It's the sort of approach that has been very successful in Vitoria-Gasta's Europe's Green Capital in 2012. Wherever we can, we need to pursue multiple wins. Renewable energy sources reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Our oceans are a fundamental example of the connections between climate change, energy, and biodiversity. 70% of the Earth's surface is blue. The role of the ocean as a carbon sink is overwhelming. Our need to protect this capacity is equally overwhelming. The European Commission is fully committed to better ocean governance. This will allow us to better protect the ocean's biodiversity. The Commission is also committed to finding sustainable ways to use the vast energy in the ocean. Did you know that the European Union has a global lead in the ocean energy sector? 45% of wave energy companies and 50% of tidal energy companies are based in Europe. By the middle of the century, ocean energy could help avoid 276 million tons of CO2 emissions annually. This is the sort of joined-up thinking that the Commission has adopted. It is there in our Energy Union strategy. It is there in our biodiversity strategy, agriculture, forestry, fisheries, regional development, and trade. All policies are assessed for their impact on biodiversity. It is there in our circular economy package. Moving to a more circular economy will ensure that fewer resources are wasted. And that will bring energy savings. It will reduce our emissions by 2 to 4%. This is not just an environmental necessity. It also makes economic sense. But I am sure that you share this approach. I hope that you can depend on our policy commitments. I also hope that we can depend on your innovation and your drive. I wish you fruitful discussions, and I look forward to hearing the ideas that will come out of the conference.